England and Wales, then turning cooler from the north, but barely cooler across southern areas, before we are watching that potential for something perhaps even hotter to arrive, especially in southern areas late in the week, more especially into the following weekend. That's very much a focus from now on weather for the week ahead, so keep watching.
Tonight at 10, Boris Johnson is no longer Conservative leader, but he wants to stay on as Prime Minister until a successor is chosen. In a statement that made no mention of his recent difficulties, Mr. Johnson seemed to blame his colleagues for withdrawing their support.
As we've seen at Westminster, the herd instinct is powerful. When the herd moves, it moves. And my friends, in politics, no one is remotely indispensable.
Watched by his family and his most loyal supporters, Mr. Johnson expressed regret that his premiership will be ending much earlier than he'd hoped.
I want you to know how sad I am to be giving up the best job in the world. But them's the breaks.
In recent days, no fewer than 58 Conservative MPs had left the government from senior to junior levels, raising doubts about the government's ability to function. Now, live at Westminster tonight, they were taking in the news. Labour said Mr. Johnson's intention to stay on as Prime Minister over the summer was not acceptable.
It's obvious he's unfit to be Prime Minister. That's been blindingly obvious for a very, very long time. And if they don't get rid of him, then Labour will step up in the national interest and bring a vote of no confidence.
An argument has raged all day about just how long Boris Johnson can stay here in Downing Street. Tonight he is promising that any big decisions will be left to the next Prime Minister.
Yes, more from Chris in just a moment, and we will indeed be asking if Mr. Johnson is now going to come under increasing pressure to move out of number 10 as soon as possible. Also on the programme. In relation to the war in Ukraine, President Putin dares the West to have a go at defeating Russia on the battlefield. And an injured Rafael Nadal withdraws from Wimbledon, missing an opportunity to achieve a new Grand Slam record.
And stay with us on BBC News for continuing coverage and analysis from our team of correspondents in the UK and around the world.
Welcome to BBC News at 10. Boris Johnson is no longer leader of the Conservative Party, but he's still Prime Minister and he intends to stay in charge until a successor is chosen. Now, Mr. Johnson delivered a statement outside number 10 Downing Street